These new smartphones, you can't plug jacks into them anymore. It's all Bluetooth, and I don't like it. But anyways, what am I gonna do? I gotta keep up to date with technology. And thank you for joining me today. My name is Todd Standing. I'm the man who takes people out into the field and has them either live interact with their eyewitness of Sasquatch. Today, I wanted to. We're doing our live show, and I answer questions about Sasquatch like always. But today, I thought we'd actually pick a topic because there is a spot in. Let me get into it so I can. So there's a fishing, an abandoned fishing village in Alaska. I posted it on Instagram. I keep forgetting the name of it, but apparently, what happened there, and this is very. Um, there's a lot of documentation substantiating this, and I would love to be able to talk to a local who was actually around during that time, where apparently cannot hear you really. Amanda, can you hear me? Because some people, I don't know. Last week people could hear me, and then other people couldn't, and I don't know what the problem was. So if you could just give me that thumbs up, Amanda, whether you can hear me or not. Where are you? Not good sound, muffled. Oh my goodness. I love new smartphones. Can't wait to get one. Wow. So here's my brand new fancy mic. And I don't understand why the sound is muffled. We might not be able to do live shows because my new phone doesn't have a mic input for it. Isn't that awesome? And the expensive mics that I have. How about sound is still muffled? I don't know what to do because I checked this early. Maybe where the heck the mic is in this. Sounds on the low end. Need to crank. How do I crank it? This is cranking it. How about now? Does it make any difference when I do this? Does this sound any better? How about if I talk? I can hear you fine. Thank you, Nora. Boy, this is yeah. I'm not. I got the new phone though because I wanted to do the no difference. Okay, well, some people can hear, some people can't. Sorry. I wonder if I did that. If I turned off this mic. Darn it. Let me see something else here. What if I turn off the mic totally? I shouldn't be doing this live. How about now? So I'm nice and close. Can you hear me now? The same? What the heck is going on? Because I got a mic on this dang thing. If I just speak really loudly, is that better? What if I get really close? All right, let's get close today. So some people can't hear anything. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I have a $2,000 mic and I can't set it up to the phone. So no change. Speaking louder is better. Okay, so I'll speak loud because I really want to do this show. And I can't speak loud. I'll pretend I'm in an auditorium. Anyways, thank you very much for being patient with me. So Alaska, I am issuing a challenge today. I like to do this. So, I was gonna check my records here, so let's do that because I'd like to have a look at the exact place so I can quote it. It was on, for those of you on Instagram and Facebook, I posted the exact name of the place, and in a couple seconds I'll have that here. Okay, so phone is spinning. Appreciate your patience. Here it is. Okay, the creepy abandoned town of Port Chatham, Alaska. So there was a TV show that I saw. A colleague of mine had me watch this TV show. I was very glad that I did it. And man, that was not great. Apparently, they may have seen a Sasquatch up on the hill. They didn't go investigate it. Weak. They didn't spend time over there. Weak. And when they went over there, they had all these guns drawn. You don't go into Sasquatch habitat with guns drawn like that. You're either going to get hurt or you're going to get ignored because it's ridiculous. It's preposterous. You don't go into their home. You don't go to somebody's home. They live there. It's their home. You don't go in there, guns loaded, shooting at anything that moves. It's ridiculous. The Sasquatch are highly intelligent beings. They recognize a man with a gun. I guarantee you, they've all seen a man with a gun shoot things. You go wandering around with a gun, like baboons recognize guns. Gorillas recognize guns out in the wilderness. Species, highly intelligent species, recognize guns. To go out there with your gun and all pointed and going to shoot, and even shotguns, yeah, that'll work good. So if you had a Magnum slug, you'll die. I don't know. Just don't go out there bursting them like that. It was absolutely preposterous. But it was very exciting to hear. The backstories were very important to me. So I'll start going through questions and stuff. The hat is on the website, I think. If it's not now, just be patient. It'll come back. Hey, Kyla. Um, so, anyways, uh, I can see. So, if anybody knows somebody a lot from Alaska or knows about this, knows somebody in government, man, I'm telling you, this is the odds, and it's the really there's a lot of data that I have. Alabama, New York State, Washington State multiple times, Montana, multiple places in British Columbia, Alberta. I've been to California, probably just over a dozen Sasquatch research area, and half the time I'm getting really good success with the Sasquatch. Half the time they boot my ass out and want nothing to do with me. But I've also seen in the research that in areas like California or Alabama, where they're on the rejecting side to me, in California I was immensely rejected. Like I won't go back there. The Sasquatch will physically harm me or end me. So I know how to take a hint from a 9 foot pound, 900 or 9 foot tall, 900 pound primate. Trust me. So, anyways, I'm seeing and I have a feeling that the wild Sasquatch that would be in Alaska, I think I would do much better with them. I do the backcountry stuff. My main research areas in radium and Nordig, where I've had tremendous success, and I've done a lot of filming there, worked with survivors in those areas. Those were the most wild areas, and it's those wild, crazy backcountry Sasquatch that are in a comfortable ecosystem that I get. Like in California, man, there's no elk, there's no bears there, no brown bears, anyways, and the ecosystem is not healthy. I'm sorry if that offends you. You don't have wolves out there. For God's sake, where's the moose? Like the animals aren't there. They're just, there's a big. California has a brown bear or a grizzly bear on its flag, and they eliminated them, and they were proud of it. When they killed the last one, it was newspaper headlines. Hey, we got rid of the last one. The vermin is gone. So it's not a good, bad, just bad. And I see in Alaska, I mean, actually, they don't have much for elk and deer, but the indigenous population of moose are there, and they have tremendous amounts of like caribou and there's resources, and it's just a much more natural environment, and I predict it's going to be far more likely. In fact, giving those odds, I think I would bump myself up to 70-30, but I could figure out what's wrong with the Sasquatch. Now, I didn't learn much from the people that were out there doing some kind of research. I heard there was a gentleman, I saw that on Facebook, where there's a gentleman in Washington. Is it Washington? Let me look this up. That was taking people on expedition out there, and he said something really cool, like come out to, newspaper headline was, he was saying, come out to Alaska, and I'll make you a believer, something to that effect. And that's awesome. That sounds great. So somebody is going out there, doing expeditions out there, and I think that's absolutely fantastic. So I'm really happy to hear that. So I'll get to that comment here. I saw a link and everything to it. So Stephen Major is a Bigfoot researcher from Spokane Valley, Washington. He said he's been to Port Chatham, Alaska 3 times to the research area. So if you're on my Facebook page, thank you very much for putting that up, Ed. So it says, come on one of our expeditions and you'll believe. That's fantastic. I would actually like to speak with him as well, hear what he's doing, and how he's generating success. I think that's amazing. So the fishing town, I wonder if the fishing equipment and all the cannery is still functional. Probably not. In fact, extremely likely to not be. But I'll tell you something. When I saw the most pivotal thing that I saw in the research from what had been happening was they built all this area up. So I imagine they're out there building it up. No respect for the Sasquatch, no acknowledgement of the Sasquatch, but that's fine. So you get into the area, you build it all up. The Sasquatch allowed them to build up the area. So I didn't hear much about in the beginning. And to build a cannery is a tremendous amount of work. It must have taken years to put all that together. But I heard that the locals started hunting. There's a big red flag for me. You start going out with guns, you start hunting, start shooting at things, you start rules of Sasquatch, and that could likely be the problem. It doesn't take much more than a couple of dumbasses to go out there with guns and start shooting at everything, and then bodies start turning up that Sasquatch have torn apart. You know, there are people that are not nice. I know there are Sasquatch that are not nice. You guaranteed there are Sasquatch. I mean, there are bears that are complete jerks. Bears that are homicidal, man-killing beasts that are even not good for their species, that kill their own, kill females, kill their own offspring. It's just it's part of being a species. You get the derogatory, narcissistic, violent, crazy ones. You get serial killers. But I don't know, there's just in the knowledge I have with Sasquatch, I just got a feeling, and I'm really working on my empathic abilities. But and of course, it's scary that somebody got torn apart. That's horrifying. And obviously, even the way the bodies were discovered, the Sasquatch wanted those people to be torn apart. They wanted to make an example of them. Do you understand how intelligent they are? They probably threw I guarantee they threw the bodies in knowing the current was going to take them down and scare the hell out of people. That's what happens when you mess with us. You don't show us any respect. So it gave me a good 70-30 that I could get out there and get some respect and get a relationship going on with them. Or one of two things happens. I go out there and get my ass handed to me, and we can film that. Or and even you got to understand, I'm not afraid to get a little licking from them, because I've had my lickings from Sasquatch 1, 2, 3 times that I've had a good ass whooping where they put me in my place, but I'm still here, and because ultimately, I know how to submit to them. I was trained by primatologists, specifically gorillas, how to submit. I teach people that on my expeditions. One of the first drills we do is if a Sasquatch gets angry and charges at us, we have a specific discipline that we adhere to ensure that they understand that we're not aggressive, that we're we're producing a behavior that shows that we're very calm and relaxed, and it shows no aggression. It shows but you don't also want to be afraid. You don't want to be weak. That's bad too. That's just as bad. Being a coward and showing weakness is as bad as standing up to them and being, hostile towards them. You got to find that neutral ground, and it's the amazing work of one of my heroes, Diane Fossey. Give her all the credit in the world. She made the discovery to do these things and to act this way around gorillas, and so it's even maybe I should call that the Fossey technique, just out of respect for that woman that I just absolutely adore her. I think it's absolutely amazing. So, crap. I don't know what I'm gonna do about the live shows, guys. I can only if I use any other device, it doesn't work. Oh, and yeah, okay. Anyways, yeah, let's do some questions here. So, and I'll get closer to the screen, and so people can hear me a little better. I apologize for the audio. I don't know what to do. This is brand new technology. This is the S20 Mac Daddy Beast, right? So it doesn't work with a crap. And my old LG phone that I was using, it doesn't have the data ability to. It can't keep up. We're just kind of in a bit of a rut, but I can speak louder. So let's answer some questions. Sandra Rains, did you get my email and images? Sandra, you're going to have to, Amanda will answer that question. I do look at the comments. I apologize. I was just having a little statement there. Stacy Henderson, hello from Maine. Thank you, Maine. Sasquatch, even Sasquatch know the earth is flat. Nope. Do the show sucks. Okay. Todd's audio. Maybe I should just stop. I don't know. A lot of people are complaining. A lot of people have good audio. I don't know what to say. What else is here? World Bigfoot Radio. Do you think someone messed with the structure? Do you think if somebody messed with the structure, it would upset the Sasquatch? Yes. I think the structure is very significant in many, many ways. And as an example, they build it clockwise. They build it really clockwise. It seemed the first piece of wood in was directly north. So it's some pretty amazing things that we learned about the structures. And yeah, so I think it would be very disrespectful. So Let me see here. Wow. Awful that the audio is so muffled. I'm really sorry. I don't know. Hey, if you got a suggestion, you know, I even tried to hook up some other, tried to hook these up, but these don't hook up to the darn thing. So, wow, it's awful that that's. Okay, Nora, thank you very much for your donation, Nora. Todd, I'm wondering why Sasquatch can't be protected when the government already recognizes them in Washington State as part of the. Well, they are protected, Nora. Like in a place I believe it's called Whatcom. Don't quote me on that. Whatcom has a $50,000 fine if you harm a Sasquatch. Um, can the government? You know what though? My goodness, I don't know. Um, I don't know that they really need protection, to be honest, because you can't. It's like taking on the heavyweight champion of the world when you're sending a 5-year-old in there. You know, yeah, I just can't see them. I mean, losing habitat is bad. Damaging the environment is a huge priority. So for me, facilitating this discovery, it does two things. It helps us to recognize the impact we're having on the environment, especially with this species, and it helps bring us back to nature. Who's better at teaching us about nature than the Sasquatch, who are the masters of nature, and even bringing us to another level, excuse me, of spirituality and spiritual connection. So, um, but the Washington State Atlas, I don't know, it's not really recognized. It's not really, and to be honest, talking with wildlife officers, colleagues of mine that are wildlife officers, um, they can't. The laws aren't going to be implemented. If someone shoots a Sasquatch, I don't know. Even think about what it's going to take. You can't just. It's unlikely you'll be able to shoot a Sasquatch off the road. If you're gonna like have a hunt for them, you're gonna have to go backcountry, and poachers poach animals every day. I can go out to shoot elk and deer unless somebody rats me out. I'm gonna get away with it. I can poach like crazy. Really, when it comes to hunting, it's about the ethics and being ethical and understanding that there are rules in place for the protection of the flora and fauna and all wildlife species. So you're really a douchebag if you go out and assassinate animals without adhering to laws that are in place for our protection and for the species protection. So yeah, I hope that answers the question. So I mean, even though the Sasquatch are at the very least a subspecies of ours and more likely the same species as us because we're interbreeding and producing viable offspring. So it's homicide. So let's take it to that level, and I'm not afraid to actually say that it's homicide. You're killing a Homo sapien sapien, and that's homicide. So, but try to pass that in a court of law. It's not going to work either. But I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. So, I'll try to keep talking loudly. You think someone? Okay, so I'm just going down here to the structures. Lots of can't hear you. I apologize. Hopefully it's getting better. I don't know. Brand new phone. Smash it, return it. Come to Australia, team up with Harrison. Go to. I so want to go to. Oh my God, going to Australia. It's really something on my radar, big time. So hold on, I got a piece of advice here. Hi Todd, read your mic issue. Check your cell phone holder or cell phone case. Might be covering up the microphone. Good advice. Bear with me for a second. There's a cell phone case over this. Hold on one second. Don't look at the screen. Okay. I just removed the case that I had on here. Oh my God, I hope that works better. How about I get so I'm right at the bottom here. Todd from Baltimore, Maryland. Is that better? Are you kidding me? It's better. Okay. Keep listening to me. Keep making the comments. Todd from Baltimore, Maryland. How do we make a donation to you? The Patreon is the best place. Or just go to the website. Todd Stanley on Patreon. Or if you go to the website, discoveringbigfoot.org, there's a donation thing. It's better. Do you think the elongated skulls found in Peru were... No. The elongated Perus, I don't think so. It's better. It's better. I'm hearing better. Not much, but it's better. Okay, I'll just talk about it. So, Oklahoma has a $2 million prize for Sasquatch. Wow. It's almost preposterous because for decades, for half a century, people have been talking about the money you would get if you shot a Sasquatch. To be honest, if you killed a Sasquatch, $2 million would be chump change. Um, the good side of that is good luck getting that done, dumbass. I don't know. It goes back into the kill thing, right? And I've talked about that a lot. So the audio's a little better. Better sound. Thank you. Quality entertainment. Thanks. Sounds better. I'll keep talking. The headphones, I was just using the headphones. I've hooked up the headphones. These are my JBL expensive headphones. They weren't working. So, okay, let's do some more questions. Let's have some fun. I apologize for the crap. I do accept donations. Go to the website, discoveringbigfoot.org. And donations, man, if you're passionate about Sasquatch, make a donation. That's what I do. Todd, are you going out again? Hell yeah. This year's set. I got all my expeditions done. I'm trying not to get too excited because, man, I've got people now. Woo! There's some big people getting involved. Every time people come around me, this happened with Survivor Man back in about 2011. I met with Survivor Man and he said, look, I want to do a show with you. You're the guy who's got the footage, the videos, all the stuff, blah, blah, blah. I'm either going to prove you a fake and I'll be famous for proving you're a fake, or I'm going to prove you're real. And what really happened proved that I'm legit. I don't know what else to say. He can't prove my footage was real because he wasn't there for that. Does he think my footage was real? Well, if you talk to him, he says 50-50. That's good enough for me. That's awesome. And probably there needs to be a big paradigm shift. When you're looking at Sasquatch footage, I know it's hard. I look at it and go, damn, Hollywood could do that, and they can. That's probably the problem is the Hollywood effects guys do such a good job. They make gorillas that look amazing. So, and there are different things. I don't know. There's a lot to it. It is complicated. I'm not going out again. Please tell me it's not going out again. It's better. So I'm taking people out I'm booking. Canadians only can come from end of May, June, July, August. I'm booking Americans and people from the UK and Australia and Japan in September, October. So read mine, please, from earlier, please. I can't go back there. There's 5,000 questions. Dead or alive, go search for Sasquatch. You'll be the dead one. Good luck. Go and shoot Sasquatch. Good luck. Do you think they can cloak? No. I think they can distort your perceptions by hitting you with infrasound, and that will distort you from being able to properly see, and I've experienced that. So, oh my God, this is real life. This is real life. This is as real as it gets. Steve something knows they aren't monkeys, and Todd thinks they are. What are you talking about? They are not monkeys. They're this is what I know from the genetics. Okay, so we go, let's say this is gorilla, this is chimpanzee, this is human being, this is Sasquatch. They're more evolved hominids than we are. They're bigger, tougher, faster, smarter. Sorry, hominids than we are. So they're further away, and we know this because they were testing as 100% human, but what was so like Homo forensiensis, the Hobbit, or even maybe let's talk about a Neanderthal. They would test as human. They would hit that test because it was a kind of a weak genetic test. But what was happening was it was further away from chimpanzee, and that didn't make any sense. So how no human can test more on these genomes. No human could test more than 1% away from maybe 1.5% away from chimpanzees. They were testing like 3% away. So the answer is they're further evolved down the hominid chain. So I don't know if I could say they're more human, but they're a more evolved hominid. They're a more advanced hominid than we are. So I don't have any. They're a more advanced bipedal hominid than human beings. And I don't know anybody who can get success with them that's gone public anyways. And I do the best I can, and I'm top. In the top. I mean, who takes people out and shows them a Sasquatch? Who's got footage like I do? If I'm telling the truth, and I've been tested. I've got dozens of people I've taken out, and I've been down the gauntlet. So and I can't get near them. They own me. They're my teachers. I'm a student, and I'm grateful that they teach me. I had 4 encounters in Poland near German border. Really? What do the Polish people call have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. But you know, the John Bitternagle illuminated me to a lot. In Africa, they have them, and they are like, I was like, really in Africa? He's like, oh man, he showed me stuff, books, like you know. So who am I to say, hey, they're not in Africa. Hey, they're like I was in Sweden, and I did say they're not in Sweden because the Vikings didn't know about them. But when you have the the indigenous people of the area saying they're there, I believe them. Go to Hawaii, they say they're not there. I just want to talk to the locals. The Hawaiians say they're not there. They don't have any legends of it. They're not there. So just be respectful to the indigenous people. So sound quality is really good now. Thank you, Terry. So it was a darn case. How stupid is that? You think the case would have a little spot for the microphone? And obviously anyways, I'm gonna work on it next week. This show is really important to me. I'm not trying to be a jerk here. I've got a new light. I've got a nice new stand. Got a nice new phone. The show is really important to me, guys, and I appreciate your patience. I'm doing everything I can. So, hola Todd, what's your thoughts on the Sierra sounds? Legit, very legit, man. They're legit. And you know what? I've never heard that precise kind of sound. That not precisely, but I've heard similar sounds, and it's just my opinion, right? You know, they could have fooled me. They could be. You know, there's a little bit of elk kind of weird in there, and maybe they're tricking me, but it's just my opinion. It's completely my opinion, and just my heart tells me yes, those are legit. I just have a feeling those are legit. So, yeah. David Bruder, please repeat your question. Todd doesn't scroll. I can't scroll. The show would be stifled. But do repeat your question. So, what's going on here? Thank you, Ed, for your suggestion. Ed, who's been on expedition with me. Ed was sitting at a fire. We didn't have. He was only there for 3 days, and so you guys know this too. I'm going to be very transparent. If you're not out for 7 days, you're not part of my stats. If you're out for 7 days, at least 6 nights and 7 days, 80% of people have either a live interaction or eyewitness to Sasquatch. 80%. I'm like 82% right now. That's how good my stats are. Ed did not see a Sasquatch, but yeah, got to be out. You got to do the time. You gotta do the time. But it was wonderful having Ed out there. We had a mother grizzly bear and 2 cubs walk by right past us. Oh, it was so cool. So cool. So, and you know, Ed saw a lot of evidence, and Ed's been back to Nordegg and stuff. I'm so grateful for all the incredible relationships I've been building with all these expeditioners, all these colleagues, all these people I'm working with, all the new technology coming out. So I'm, man, excited about their changes. This discovery is coming. Like, it's not going to lag, guys. I, there's so many big things coming. Really, really, all of you should understand. I know this has been a long time. John Benedict lived 50 years and passed away before this discovery happened. You know, Jeff Meldrum getting much older. You know, I'm not getting any younger. Look at all the white in here. But this discovery is going to happen, guys. Don't quit on me. I'm not going to quit ever. I will never, ever quit. I can't. I tried a couple times. There's just, I'll always be doing this. I have too many friends, too many passionate people. I'm too much, and I'm always going to be out in the wilderness, and there's always going to be Sasquatch there. So at least I hope they wouldn't get wiped out and become extinct. That'd be pretty awful. But I love the wilderness. It seems that this is my life now. It's not taking people out on an expedition, taking people out exploring, taking people camping, guiding them. You know, this is really my life now, and I'm really passionate about how fortunate. Like, man, this is what I do. It's so cool. So, and I'm trying to build up people underneath me too to be able to do this. So, when does Sasquatch reach adulthood? I just think of, that's Joseph. I just think 18, you know, 19, 20, 17, just in that same age as humans. There's so many similarities between us. I guess there's a lot of differences though. Have you been to the Olympic Peninsula? Nia Bay, baby. Woo! Thank you, Cody. I love Nia Bay. That's right at the tip of the Olympic Peninsula. It's one of the. I didn't see a Sasquatch. I saw Sasquatch as far as evidence and whatnot. It was good. The people, it's just the people that took me out there were so amazing, especially my hosts, Larry and Analia. And I just learned so much from those people. It was nice. I've been poorly hosted a few times. I consider myself an excellent host. I went down and tried to experience some Southern hospitality and got just treated like crap. And I've had some good people treat me well. And Larry and Analia taught me how to be an excellent host. Like, it took my hosting skills and my expeditions up to a new level. They're absolutely wonderful people. They give without thought of reward. They're all about the goodness of the world. And people like that, like John Benenego, taught me to restore my faith in humanity. So, and the people of Nia Bay were very embracive with me and awesome. And the stories I heard were second to none. Like a man who was potentially half Sasquatch, the sightings of a Sasquatch. We just saw him over there under the bridge, and all the people talking about it, all the acceptance of Sasquatch in a city, or in a regular setting. People are Sasquatch, rah. Not in Nia Bay. The people in Nia Bay are just, they know it's there, and uh, it was pretty wonderful. It was pretty wonderful to just be around people like that. So, are you going to Port Chatham? Yeah, Lon. I haven't made plans to yet. It's gonna happen though. I don't know how. I don't know where. That's why this is how it starts. Is right here. Talk about it. Put the challenges out there. Someone wants to go to Port Chatham with me. I will sit my ass on the beach. I will go into the backcountry. I will push. I will go places where everybody else refuses to go. I will spend nights and days out there. I will push into the backcountry. If people are afraid to get out there, don't come. Survivor Man will go. I'll invite him. That man will go anywhere. That guy's a beast. I don't even. He's probably up around. He's a little bit older than me, but tough as nails. He's a beast. He'll go anywhere. So anywhere I'll go. A guy, I just can't say enough great things about him. Even, you know what though, like Jeff Meldrum. Jeff Meldrum would get out there and follow me and let me guide them. So um, he has faith in that. I guided them very well before. I didn't spend a lot of time, only 3 days with Jeff Meldrum, I think, 3 or 4 days. I spend a lot more time with John Benenego. And I think that holds a lot of weight with Jeff Meldrum, in that I was probably out with John Benenego 8 days in Nordegg, and then probably another 10 days around the Golden Ears area in Vancouver. And John really trusts me. So, and John would put that back to Jeff Meldrum, because they're good friends and they understand. They have a lot of integrity between them. And then Survivor Man, I guided him very successfully. And there's dozens of other people, probably other people that bumped into Jeff and talked about. I guide people well. Everybody comes back safe, and I go into the backcountry, the craziest backcountry areas where Sasquatch thrive. But the bears thrive. The big mountain lions, the big cats are out there, like the big dominant mountain lions. So, Bigfoot Odyssey. I'm going. How could I be going out again? Tweak. We'd love to hear more about that. Submit to the encounter. Yes. I've been talking about government suppression for Sasquatch for years, and it's real. It's real that government suppresses it. I agree totally. I've seen evidence of it, but I'm not the conspiracy guy. And if you want to learn about it, maybe go to World Bigfoot Radio. Talk about the conspiracy of it. I'm just not interested in it. I'm gonna move forward, fight for this discovery, and John Benenego taught me that. I would speak about him a lot because he's a wonderful, excellent mentor, friend, and father figure in my life. And he taught me that just focus on what you want the most. And I don't want to do the conspiracies. I've known tons of terrible things that have happened with Sasquatch, and I'm just not interested in going there. I'm not going to study how they kill people, because I know they kill people. I don't study bears about how they kill people. I want to study about how people survive and function within a nice equilibrium around bears. They coexist with bears. They have maybe even a nice symbiotic relationship with bears. That's what I want to focus on, not how they kill or harm people. I want to adhere to the rules, and that's how I do it, guys. And the people that go on expeditions with me, they see it. Ask Ed. That female bear and her cubs walked right past us. She knew me. I know that sow. So she's a beautiful bear, and she had beautiful cubs that year, and they grew up, and they'll all stay away from me, and we have a relationship. We know, we understand each other. I don't want to harm them, and they don't want to harm me. Thought I've been following the channel for about 3 months now. Love what you're doing. Congratulations. Keep doing it safe. I will. Safety is very important. I am a Sasquatch researcher and a wilderness guy, but I'm a dad first. A dad, my children are number one, and I will be growing old. That's something that's changed me in my older years. I was crazy, almost to the point of suicidal kind of dumbass stuff. Like I'd fight a bear with a knife and, one of us is going to win. I had a weird mentality. That's not a good way to be. If you're like that, you need to mature up because this is a beautiful planet and I want to see my grandchildren and I'm going to live and eat organic and healthy and take care of this beautiful planet. And that's my number one passion. So I hope we're all on that page. And it goes into the Sasquatch too, right? So is it okay to leave food at the structures? Well, I do. But no, it's not okay, Shane. Don't do it. If you got bears around, you're gonna get hurt. If you got mountain lions around, you're gonna be hurt. I I I am extreme, and actually the food is imperative. Don't leave fish. Holy crap, man! Everything will eat the fish. You get the bears, the mountain lions, you're in deep trouble. I don't even have salmon anywhere on my expeditions. No fish. That'll get you hurt. I do apples. I'm very cautious about it. This is dangerous stuff, Shane. It really is. And I just got to say, don't do it. And if you do, you're risking yourself. You're risking things. I'm sorry. Just don't do that dumbass stuff that I do sometimes. Or, be careful. Take care of yourself. Be smart about it. Make sure there are no bears in the area. Mountain lions won't touch apples. So wolves, it's not a problem. I put them up high. Wolves can't get them. And I don't think, don't feed the wolves either, though. They'll become very dangerous if you feed them. Do you believe Sasquatch are in England? I don't think so. Could be wrong. Especially England, like England itself, not the United Kingdom. I hear stuff about Scotland. I had, before COVID, Scotland Yard was invited me up to do this Sasquatch thing. And the BBC was going to cover that story. I was very excited about it. And obviously it didn't precipitate because of COVID. But I still would like to do that. I'd love to. Can you imagine if I worked with Scotland Yard? And I think the reason the Scotland Yard detectives were interested in me is because the sighting that they were investigating to me was false. And I was just being logical and reasonable. And from what I saw, it looked like a bad hoax. So, could they be there? Unlikely. So, yeah, I don't think so. Just my opinion. But I haven't been to England, and that's, you know what? I shouldn't even be giving an educated guess. I haven't been there. I don't know the areas. I saw on Netflix this gorgeous documentary about Romania, the Carpathian Mountains, and the incredible. They have wolves there too. The wolves were good. It's nice. They're beautiful to see wolves. They're not like our wolves. Our wolves, like there was a boar there. Man, that boar would have been torn to shreds in the documentary. They show this boar coming around, and I'm like, oh man, boar's dead. They're gone. I've seen our wolves will wear down bears and steal cubs. They'll when they want something, man, they're gonna get it. And that's probably the other thing. Honestly, at the end of the day, was those wolves just weren't hungry enough to go because they'll chase that boar. A wolf will take down a moose. Just give it 3 or 4 days. They'll just chase it, bite it, chase it, bite it, chase it. The wolf will just fall down, or the moose will fall down from exhaustion, bleeding. They're just so tenacious. They're such a powerful species. I love the wolves. They're an awesome predator. They're the known apex predator. Not above Sasquatch. I say known because Sasquatch isn't recognized. So he didn't stop speaking Survivor Man's name. Nope. I'll speak Survivor Man however I want. Survivor Man is a colleague and a friend of mine, and yeah, I love Les Stroud. So, have you worked with Survivor Man? I did 4 episodes of Survivor Man. I worked with Survivor Man for years. We spent years putting a TV show together. So, and I've been boots on the ground with Survivor Man. He knows me. I know him. I'll talk about Survivor Man all I want. Have a good day. Please leave my comments on your Facebook page. I will try to do that. Shadow Guardian, what a cool name. Any chance you'll ever run into Jake again? Oh, yeah, I sure hope so. Wonder how that'll go, huh? Yeah. I've been the days talking about it when Jake was gone. When I realized Jake was really gone, I get teary-eyed because I just had, there's only, like, it was like Jane Goodall, when Digit passed away, I know Jake's gone. And, yeah, it was really painful for me because we had so much interaction. There's way more interactions that were going on between Jake and I than I'll ever even talk about, Um, so we just had the relationship was built. It was like iron sharpening iron, Not even, it was like his diamond was sharpening my iron. He's way tougher than me. And he was just awesome. His energy and what he taught me was just absolutely astonishing. So I really miss him. So how much is the fees? Just go to discoveringbigfoot.org. I don't know what fees you're talking about. You believe you have Sasquatch in England? I already answered that. Rick E. Sanchez for current prices. Yes, just go to the expedition thing. There's Todd, it said Bigfoot drop and crawl. Close, absolutely. Oh yeah, I've seen them. Gosh, I remember in Montana, a gentleman had a video that is authentic. Um, I substantiated it, and where he shot the video, the Sasquatch had to run around a corner and duck under a tree that was heavy, like a big heavy tree. I saw a fist mark in the ground, so he ran under, and when he ducked down, he smashed the ground with his fist to turn his body and move. He had to go like right flat. And you could see a powerful fist mark in the ground, and I've seen him do that. I've seen him go close to the ground, crawl, move. Like the Sasquatch that you're seeing take the apples in my movie, he's right on the ground. Like he's right low, and that's a big boy. That was like a 8 foot. Well, he's an adolescent, but he's still big. So, what's your thoughts on fellow Steve? I don't know Steve Yes, I have no thoughts on. Todd, do you have any Pennsylvania expeditions? None. No plans for it. I'll tell you what I do have. Florida's going to happen. Alabama, I'm going back there just because I loved it. I love the Talladega Forest. I just had so much fun there. I got to go back to Alabama. Alabama stole my heart. The forest stole my heart, and I was there in August, one of the hottest days of the year, and I loved it. I'll go back to Alabama for fun. And the area that I was in, there's Sasquatch there. There's Sasquatch tree breaks, Sasquatch tracks, and I can't wait. I want to take my children to Alabama. I want to go out there and just love it and enjoy it. It's a special, beautiful place. Texas is happening, and I gotta go back to Nia Bay. Gotta go back to Nia Bay and maybe another spot in Washington. Montana's calling me. Oregon's calling me. California's calling me. Mississippi now. So lots and lots and lots. My plan is to start going to the southern United States in the wintertime. So yeah, that's kind of a plan of mine. I love the southern United States. I love the land. I enjoyed the people. Um, I don't want to, so can't hear you at all. I'm sorry, Michael. I don't know what to tell you. Are we not getting good sound now? I don't know. I just try to work on it. So, Frozen, Todd, do you think that they are part of? Absolutely. I'm a Gigantopithecus guy. So it's very clear to me, and I have significant evidence to substantiate that. But it's really, I've shifted gears. Yes, Gigantopithecus, but I don't want to go backwards and start worrying about that. So, hey, Todd. Anyways, I just want to move forward. So, the people that were the Chinese, I believe it was Beijing University scientists that were working with me and talking with me don't talk to me anymore at all, and which is really unfortunate. And they were the Giganto guys, and they showed the evidence, and I believe. So yeah, turn the bass down, treble up. Oh, I'm so sorry. It has to be like that. That's what's talking about vibrational frequency. They may use cloak, can clarify. You know what? So I don't know about vibration frequency and stuff, but I'll tell you something. I don't do orbs at all. Never seen an orb. Got nothing to do with orbs. People put orbs on. Even I had an expeditioner come out and talk about orbs. I was not. No orbs. Survivor Man saw an orb. Survivor Man had some connection between Sasquatch and orbs. If Survivor Man says so, Survivor Man he's so honest. What he just is honest. Like he won't say something unless it's absolutely true. Anything that comes out of Survivor Man's whatever he says, it's the truth. Like I've spent enough time with him, I know him well enough. He doesn't even exaggerate. You understand that? Like how people be like, oh, that's disgusting. And it's just a little gross. Like Survivor Man he under promises and over delivers in his speech, if that makes sense. If he says he saw an orb, you better swallow it. And he's not delusional. He's very, very down to earth. He's highly intelligent. And if he sees something, he saw it, and I know it. So I had to rethink the orbs and start considering that and looking more into it. And if people say they see an orb around research, I'll look into it. Before I was kind of, what? I don't want to do it. Come on. No dog man, no orbs. If Survivor Man sees a dog man, I'm like, okay. If Jeff Meldrum says there's a dog man, I'm Jeff Meldrum again. Doesn't exaggerate, tells it like it is, like boom. Like these men in all my experiences with them, nothing but just absolute integrity and honesty, heart and soul. It's so rare to meet people like that. So that's how I feel about that. So several people have seen Bigfoot crawling. Yeah, they do that. Sound very low. It's really. Oh my gosh. Tell me if this makes a difference. Okay, I hope that made a difference. You believe in dogmans? I just talked about that. The mic isn't covered anymore. My volume is at its highest. Oh my god. Todd knows his audio is bad. I'm so sorry, guys. So sorry. Is there more species in Bigfoot? No, I'm convinced it's just Bigfoot. Only Bigfoot. Todd, what do you think about the Sierra Sounds? We did that. Legends of people in Hawaii. What? Really? We have little people in Hawaii. Cool. I hate to say this. I hate it. Little people are real. I've seen their tracks. I saw them with John Bernardo. They're real. The native people in my teacher told me they're real. He told me about an experience he had with them. The little people are real. So and it really bothers me to say that, but I can't. When you see the truth, when you see the evidence, you gotta just shut your mouth and tell the truth. I saw tracks from little people. I was with John Bernardo. No, there's no little baby walking around with weird baby tracks, and they were following us. We backtracked, and then I looped a couple times. They kept following us. I heard there were things out in something was moving out there. Heard little weird sounds I couldn't recognize as no identifiable species, and I found their little tracks. And it wasn't Sasquatch. It's not Sasquatch. There was like 4 of them, and they all had this non-Sasquatch that looked like human baby feet. So yes, you called them primates in almost all your videos. I do believe their footage is real. They have been proven. What? No, Bernie. I'm a primate. So I'm a mammal. They're mammals. Like, you got to get into your. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but of course I call them primates. I'm a primate. So look at your little charts and stuff, and let's not get hung up on names. I admire the species. They're my teachers. Call them what you want. Call them Zambulis. Doesn't matter. I really admire and respect them, and yeah. So that's what I'll do. I can't use my laptop, Amanda, because the damn programs won't hook up to it. The new programs are all not working. And my other laptop that I was using before, it got a virus. So I got a brand new one. The brand new phone's not working. The brand new laptop isn't working. I don't mean to complain. Vikings had the forest giants. Oh, that's right. Odin killed them off. Ugh. I don't think so. That's a good point, though. Smiley Do Right. That's a really good point, and that's been brought up. And there's even a creature they had a name for. But I think that was somebody with gigantism or something. So Todd messaged me. I can help you. Oh my God, golden otter deviations. I can help you with your tech. Too easy to get fixed. I would love that. How do I get a hold of you, golden otter deviations? Bigfootencounter@gmail.com, please. Oh my God. Lots of sound activity in northern Saskatchewan? Absolutely. There's Sasquatch in northern. I've heard tons of stuff about, yeah, all the lakes, Turtle Lake, all the way up. Tons of, I've been trying to get out there. But I just can't go to Saskatchewan. I just can't do it. When my research site is abundant and kicking ass, so is Saskatchewan. When there's snow and it's all covered, I'm going to the southern United States where it's warm. Todd, Joe Rogan Skeptic called you out on his podcast and made valid claims about your Jake and Jane footage. Well, of course he made valid claims. Actually, no, they're not valid claims. What the hell are you talking about? He's a hater of mine. I get it. He's a hater. What do you want me to do? I'll take Joe Rogan out and show him a Sasquatch, then he'll shut up. So here's my challenge to Joe Rogan. Hi, Joe Rogan. I'll take you out and show you a Sasquatch. Have a good day. I was a fan of Joe Rogan's. I love his comedy. I really enjoy his UFC. I'm a big UFC fan. And he hates my Sasquatch stuff, and he's a hater. And, I'll take him out and show him a Sasquatch. Have a good day. So, and I'll get that. Is Andy on this today? Do the newborn baby Sasquatch have hair on them? The newborn, I don't know about newborn babies, but I know about, I'd say approximately 2 or 3 years old. Man, they're fluff balls. And gorillas are like that too. So just look at a young gorilla and the way they're puffy. Man, that's exactly what I saw from a young Sasquatch. And they make a specific sound that I could, whoop, whoop. They make a sound like that. That's when I hear that sound, I leave. Because Let's see if I can do it again. Whoop, whoop. So it's like that dripping sound. Whoop, whoop. It's very clear when I hear it. I've heard it on exhibition. Like, actually, I haven't heard it in quite a few years. But in the past, in radium, probably maybe 8 years ago, and then I heard it in Montana and in Alberta. I've heard it, and then you see the young ones, and yeah, they're fluffy as heck. I missed the beginning of the show. Alaska Challenge. Yes, I'm going to Port Chatham. I'm gonna find a way. So they move super fast. They are so fast, Tim from Florida. Oh my God, it's crazy. They might be the fastest species. Joe Rogan knows what's up. No, he doesn't. Joe Rogan hasn't been out with me. So, and the people that he goes out and moose hunts with, they're a bunch of haters too. So I don't, whatever. I don't have haters. Let them come. Plenty of haters. Don't worry about it. Line them up, take them all out. But there's really no point in that. Even I'm not interested in taking haters out. If you hate on stuff, have a good day. I've got so many supporters. I've got real research moving forward, and when this species is proven real, they can all have a good day. Joe Rogan hates the Patterson footage. He called the Patterson footage fake as F. Patterson footage is real. Have a good day. And he did it. Jeff Meldrum was there talking about it, and he was just, why don't you just be quiet and listen to the professor? The professor of anatomy and anthropology from Idaho State University is strongly convinced that the Patterson footage is real. I am extremely strongly, 99.9%. I believe that's what Jeff Meldrum would do. I believe that's what John Bitternagel, who's a wildlife biologist PhD, 99.9% convinced that the Patterson footage is real, and Jogan calls it fake as F. Well, I'm going to go with the PhDs. Joe Rogan could go do some jiu-jitsu. I don't even dislike this Rogan. I don't dislike this Rogan. He can hate on me. That's fine. Sasquatch Wizard Ironics. Good evening, Todd. Good day, sir. My New York friend. What are your thoughts on using an older 8mm camera versus no? Don't use old cameras. Yeah, don't use that. Use the new stuff. So here I am using new technology. It sucks. My audio is crap. But those new digital cameras and audio mics and stuff on them, they're just so superior. And then getting film developed, don't do it. And there's other things too. I had people film Sasquatch, like using the actual film, and apparently their ESP was distorting it. And maybe that's a little paranormal. I don't know. But just do the digital stuff when you can. Digital. Nemo, I've seen one August 2nd, 2016. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Anyways, shouldn't be saying that. But that's awesome. Where? I'd love to know. How does Sasquatch keep Sasquatch safe? It's very easy for them to do that. Sasquatch Wizard, my 8mm sounds like a mechanical machine. Oh, yeah. Really good point, Amanda. So you want your camera to be silent too. That sound, bad. Really bad. So, like, I remember I was out in the wilderness once, and I had a single reflex camera, a Canon Canon 6D. Anyways, when I turned it on, it went like that, and I was filming this raccoon sneaking up on a turkey in Ohio. And it's coming, and it was going to be like he's getting behind the turkey, he's going to jump on the turkey and attack it. And apparently, I'm told that would have been a hell of a good fight. But as I saw this happening, I thought, I got to film this. Would be cool, right? So I turned my camera on. It's like, imagine you could see the raccoon's ears like this. His head's pointing that way. And I was 80 yards away, but it was dead silent. And as soon as you heard that, so I see the Sasquatch, or the raccoon's ears moving like this, and my camera on, and he went, stop. And you see it like this, and then I see his little ears look up, his eyes come up, and then gone. So those sounds in the wilderness are so important. And I actually, my camera, my SX50 Canon with this crazy zoom that I filmed Kubota with, I stabbed out all the mic stuff. You turn it on, it goes bling. Oh man, I just got a screwdriver. I busted that sound out of there. It makes sound when I zoom. It goes. I lube that thing up and quietened it. And what I'll also do is I'll wait for cover sound. This is important too, guys. So imagine, I got some Sasquatch stuff going on. I wait for a wind to come through, and then I'll zoom out. Does that make sense? You got to wait for that cover sound. Everybody's affected by wind. So you just got to really pay attention to what's going on. If you don't have a windy day, There's really no other cover sound. Get closer to a creek. There's cover sound in that. Or even wait till the Sasquatch are in movement. If you can see that they're moving, then zoom at that point. You got to be. It's a real cat and mouse game, and I don't know, it's hard. Good evening, Troy. What? Still waiting. Still waiting for you to contact me, brother. Okay. Golden RDB holder. Okay, cool. Florida, yes. Thank you. I have some new videos. What? Timothy and Florida, you have some new videos. Awesome. Looking forward to it. What about the woman who got grabbed by Kubota? She's not coming out this year. COVID. Done. She was coming out. Her expedition was supposed to be. It's not going to work out because of COVID. Next year though. Do you like Expedition Bigfoot? I stole that idea. Probably there should be litigations and stuff going on against them. So it sucks that I'm the Expedition Bigfoot guy that took every idea they had. I gave that idea. I was working with a production company. We gave it to the Travel and Escape channel, and then they ran with it with other people. It's terrible. It was really not cool. So, and the production company I was working with was pissed. So I don't know what they're doing about it, but they literally took all my ideas about what I was going to do and how I was doing things, and just ran with it. So whatever. I'm not going to be bitter though. I don't know. So, what about the allegations against you? You stole the. Are we going to get into that kind of crap? I stole deposits for expeditions. Yes, if people put a deposit down for an expedition, it's non-refundable. I'm doing my show. Yeah, got children and dogs in the house. If people put a deposit down for an expedition, it's non-refundable. They don't get their refund back. If they disappear, they say, I don't want to come. Well, you put a non-refundable deposit down. So, yeah, any more ridiculous, So, somebody's complaining about my price. If you don't like the price, don't come out. It's all expenses paid. If you're bitching about stuff, I don't know. God, something's wrong with you. Is the mic still not working? I haven't seen the Millis River, and I haven't been to North California. Been to Nia Bay a lot. Beautiful area. Mega sightings. Absolutely. Nia Bay is gorgeous. You need to show like Expedition Bigfoot. I don't know. No, I'm not going to do a show like that. We're different. I'm never going to do a show like other people. I'm always going to make it different. I'm originally me, and I do things very differently. Would you ever come to Blue Ridge, Georgia? I would love to go to Georgia, and I have a friend there. I heard about the Bigfoot Museum. I have a friend that's been there too. I have an expeditioner, Jonathan, who's a U.S. Ranger, is like a brother of mine that I just can't say enough good things about. Been on one of my first expeditions was with Jonathan, and we had an awesome time. And he's like a friend forever. When I was in Alabama, he came up to visit me. You're listening to Jonathan, just a wonderful man. Honored and a privilege to be his friend. Or the monkey glove the guy found in his Jeep expedition. What the hell are you talking about? Thank you, Renee. Want to come to Pennsylvania? Oh, God. Yes, I would love that. But isn't Pennsylvania a lot like the Canadian weather? Like I need a different weather vane to get into, guys. I would love to come to Pennsylvania. So, can you show medical proof of you allegedly injuring? Medical proof of me allegedly injuring and miraculously recover. Whew. I do have medical records. That would be interesting to go to. In fact, I've recently produced medical records. And I think I remember the doctor that I saw about that. But, I mean, what's the doctor going to say? He saw an injury, did nothing? I'm sure he would have reported it, right? That's actually a good idea. I'm gonna write that down. Because I've just recently been producing medical records and stuff. So I'm going to write that down. So yeah, I got that. That's a good idea. I'd like to actually see, because what I've been seeing recently is doctors' reports. I can hear you very well. I'm just gonna end the show right away. But anyways, doctors' reports have a lot of information. They'll write stuff down about you and about their opinions and stuff. So I would actually like to see what that doctor had to say. That's a really good idea. So I don't know if he's trying to be rude about it, but and I don't care. Um, yeah, that's that's a really good idea. So I'd like to hear what that doctor had to say about that. He didn't stitch it. He told me to leave it. He told me it looked good. I remember. I remember him being like this. It could be a big deal. Because I remember him asking like, "What is that? How that was well done?" Like he was just impressed because it was a big. It's a big cut, and I don't recall seeing it myself personally because after I fell down, so I never saw how bad it really was. But the doctor had an opinion of it, right? And he saw stuff on it, and he's like, "Man, that was like pinched." And then, how did you do that? And I didn't do any of that. Like I was really I was really at a loss because I don't want to tell him that. I mean, I knew a Sasquatch had done it. I didn't want to tell that to the doctor, and that's a good idea to do that. So, and I should be able to get that medical record. So, and I remember the date of it. Remember where I was. I'm gonna look into that. So, anyways, so yeah. Sorry about. I'll see if Honor Divinations can help me out fixing the sound. This is the show for today. This was a nice long hour. Thank you very much for tuning in. And again, I put that challenge out to Alaska. I would love to. I'd love to get out to that section of Alaska, Port Chatham, and have some boots on the ground work there. Matt Skills says I would like to talk to you about my story, please. Get a hold of me. How do I get a hold of you, Matt? Go to bigfootencounter@gmail.com, and Amanda will check it. So Matt Skills, go to bigfootencounter@gmail.com, and we'll go from there. Lots of good things happening, guys, that I can't talk about that I'm in confidentiality agreements. But even knowing that, there's some really cool stuff that is potentially happening, and I'm really excited about it. So, Troy Snapperton has pictures of a male Sasquatch. Really? 10.5 feet tall, 900 pounds? Great pictures of it, clearer than a. Well, please, Troy. You know, put to cover your own butt. Put a copyright thing on it. Pass it off to Amanda. The copyright property of Troy Stanford. I'll never steal your work, but don't trust anybody. Just put that on it, and I'd love to have a look at it. I'd love to hear your background on it. I'd love to quiz you about what was going on and how you got that footage. And at the end of the day, if I think it's authentic, wherever it's, I've got so many people out, so many colleagues all over the United States and Canada. If I can't get out there, I can send a colleague out there to substantiate your claims. And if you do, that's awesome. Good for you. I'd love to see it. Bigfootencounter@gmail.com. And if anybody has any information about a Sasquatch, a sighting, go to bigfootencounter@gmail.com. We'd love to see that stuff. Amanda's always on it. And thank you very much, guys. Yeah, so. Anyways, yeah. And we'll just, I'll be back. I can just about guarantee next Wednesday. So I'm doing great with the live shows. I've really enjoyed them. And yeah, so that's fantastic, guys. Tune in next week. I don't know what the topic will be, but we'll have some fun. Until then, take care.